And we're back in the attic. Dancast number whatever.
Infinite. I'm just going to put the infinite sign on the Dancast this one. How about that?
You said that already once.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Did you so I'm assuming you never did it.
No, I don't know where it is on the keyboard. I don't know.
It's like the sideways 8, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know where it's on the keyboard.
No.
Is it even on the keyboard?
I don't know. Can't you go like the Wingdings and get it or something?
Widgets?
Sure. Widgets.
All
All right, we're here with Danny Mon, the one and only. We had a fantastic week this week.
Full of movies and cartoons and
Movies and cartoons.
everything imaginable.
Yeah.
Comics, too.
Oh, God.
Good week for comics.
Good week?
Yeah, pretty good.
Or a great week.
No, it was good.
It was just good?
No, Batman didn't come out this week, so it's not a great week.
So Batman brings it to the next level?
Yeah, because next week's Batman and Saga week, so that's pretty much...
That's next week?
Yeah, that's
this week coming
that's
up?
the great week.
Oh, yeah. Batman and Saga. Here we come.
It's currently a Saga preview on online right now.
Oh, is
6 or 8 page preview.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
How was it?
Well, I looked at it. I looked at the pictures. I didn't read it.
Oh.
The print's too small.
That's why he reads comic books just for the pictures, not the words.
No, it's tough to read them on a computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think it's tough for you to read the paper material.
It is too. That's why I like the Vertigo stuff, because it's not shiny paper.
Really? I like the shiny paper a lot better.
Well, there you go.
Yep. There we go.
All right.
So, Danny, what are we going to talk about this week?
Well, today on the Attic Podcast, we are going to be discussing the newest movie to hit multiplexes everywhere, Gangster Squad, from Ruben Fleischer.
Fleischer?
I think it's Fleischer. I always hate to say Fleischer because it always reminds me of the Max Fleischer Studios.
Sure, it's not
cartoons.
Fletcher?
No, it's not Fletcher.
All right.
I know it's that.
All right. Hey,
But he directed Gangster Squad.
Flash is all done downloading.
That's cool. Flash is now on the computer.
Yep.
So we can watch The New Girl that I bought.
Oh, so the New Girl's like new, isn't it? Didn't it come out like this year? Or
No,
something?
last year. It's on its second season right now.
Second
12
season?
episodes in the second season.
What network are we talking here?
This is Fox.
And you're...
I should probably finish what we're discussing.
All right, fine.
So Gangster
Whatever.
Squad we're going to talk about, and then we're also going to talk about Zero Dark 30. Both movies we saw in a double feature. Well, not a double feature.
I didn't see Zero Dark 30.
You didn't? I
Nope.
thought you were going to.
I was. Didn't happen.
You're disgusting.
I'm disgusting.
You disgust me.
Yep.
You're like torture.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, so New Girl.
Yes. So
Yeah.
New Girl. So what's up? Like, where'd your fascination with...
Well, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one of them is the Nerdist Writers Panel, which is part of Nerdist.
Wait. You listen to a lot of podcasts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
And they
fuck is that?
did an end of year podcast, and a lot of the guys that were coming on it, writers in the industry, they were talking about how funny New Girl was, and they actually had the one of the guys. He's on Big Bang Theory. He talks in like a nasally voice. He's like one of the other nerds that works there.
Howard?
No,
Raj?
no, not the main cast.
Oh, that
He's a
one.
bit
Oh,
player
yeah.
who comes around.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah.
Apparently, he's a member of the WGA, and he got 2 pilots picked up at various networks.
Really?
So he was just talking about how funny New Girl was this year.
Wow.
And Nick's been talking it up for a while.
So has he been checking this out at college, in the college scene? New Girl's very popular in the college scene.
I don't know. It does well ratings-wise, that I know. But, yeah, I don't know. From what I know of him, he's been having trouble convincing his erstwhile friends
To watch it.
To watch it.
But he convinced his brother.
Yeah,
to watch
that and there's a consensus among the critics that New Girl is funny. It was nominated for a Golden Globe, I think, this year. Some Emmy nominations last year for Best New Comedy.
So, what did you think of it?
I thought it was hilarious. It was,
Because I know all our listeners care about what Danny Mon thinks.
Yeah, of course they do. I thought it was really funny. It's my new community. It's really that funny.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
it Better or worse than Community?
It's more of a straightforward sitcom than Community.
So I might enjoy this.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's not. It doesn't deconstruct the.
So you down? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I bought it all on
you're
digitally on Amazon for season 1.
Really? How much? How much did that get you for?
$20, I think.
For season
$17.
1?
Yeah.
It's $18 on iTunes.
Okay. So I got it cheaper, I think.
Why? You said you just paid $20.
$17.99. I don't know. I was adding up.
Oh, you're
$20.
adding up.
I don't know. I don't know what I paid.
Oh, I fucking made up the iTunes thing, anyways.
Okay. Irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
Well, the copyright. I mean, the digital rights management on Amazon's way better than iTunes.
Why?
So
What can
there
you do with it?
I can do whatever I want with it.
Really?
I own it. I can download it. I can put it anywhere.
Really? Why'd you put it up on YouTube so everyone can watch it like me?
No, it's illegal.
So?
You could just sign into my Amazon account. Oops.
What's your password?
Go buy it yourself.com.
I'm just gonna use yours.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. So it's a really funny show. It's about Zoe Deschanel is the main character, and
how is she? So how is she in the show?
She's bubbly and sings all the time. And
is there a lot of singing in? Actually, she's actually got a pretty decent voice.
Yeah, there's a couple of her songs there in the background in it, and she makes everything in a song. And I've been singing the theme song a little bit.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's very high pitched girly thing, but I can't.
Can we maybe get a little preview?
Nope.
Of that? Why not?
Look it up yourself.
I'm sure. What, you singing?
No, look it up the theme. I'm sure there's something of me singing somewhere.
I'm pretty sure the fans would like to hear Danny's rendition of the theme song.
So she's with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend cheats on her, so she moves out, and then she finds these guys on the internet, ends up moving in with them, and hilarity ensues.
Hilarity?
Yeah.
So how many episodes have you watched?
27, 26 episodes.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, half-hour sitcom. So
burning through them pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's not bad then.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
But it's really funny.
You think so?
Yeah, one of the characters on the show is this real like dude bro type guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like hate him because he's such a dude bro, but you know he says a lot of funny things. He's just off the wall crazy, and he's there's some heart to him too. So even though he's a dude bro, you totally like, yeah, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah, this guy's a dude bro. Wow, it's mad money on fucking iTunes.
How much?
For an HD is $40.
Oh well, I didn't get the HD. The HD is expensive on Amazon too.
Oh, $30.
All right, but yeah, so that's a brief talk of New Girl.
Brief talk of the New Girl. So you recommend it to the crowd?
Yes.
The peoples of the world.
Yeah, people who wear cardigans will love it, and loafers. And suede.
I don't have any of that stuff.
Okay, well you still like it because it's funny.
Do you own any of those?
I don't own any of that. It's just funny.
It's funny. All right. Well, glad you enjoyed it.
Yep.
So, rumor has it you've been also dabbling in the West Wing a little bit.
Yep. I've 11 episodes into the West Wing season 1.
11, huh?
Or 12, 13.
So,
I forget.
So those are a little bit harder to burn through.
Well, this is hour-long episodes.
Yes.
So there's that. But it's really interesting. It's you know, it's kind of like a idealized look at politics.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, there's still problems of politics in it, but all these people you understand that they're good people trying to do good things. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they have to make sacrifices because, you know, that's politics. Mm-hmm. You gotta give up some stuff to get stuff. You gotta, to protect people, you sort of gotta let other projects that you're working on slide under the rug. But it's really funny characters, a lot of jokes. Just immediately you're in touch with the characters. Walking and talking, though, that's the name of the game.
Walking and talking.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Would you say
it's like Newsroom? You know.
Newsroom, huh?
Because
when's that coming back?
This was out before Newsroom, and it's Sorkin too. Newsroom is coming back this year. I don't know when, but
I don't know.
It got a second season.
So is it very similar to Newsroom, or?
Yeah. Just transport a White House for a press room, and you've got it. Same basic things.
Huh, so I probably like it.
Except when people are, you know, like talking about America and what America could be. It's a lot more uplifting than people in the newsroom yelling about, this is the news. We've got to talk about things.
that people care about.
things people care about. But it's still fun.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of fun or really fun?
It's really enjoyable.
So they got every season on Netflix?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So
They got everything.
I got a lot to watch. Yeah, it just got added, so that was good.
You gonna pick up the Blu-rays?
No, they don't
Maybe
have Blu-rays.
Get some director commentary?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
On DVD,
Yeah.
because there's no Blu-rays.
Oh, no. You won't get it then.
No, I don't think they have that much director commentary. I don't know. It's
No.
probably Sorkin commentary.
You would like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's right up your alley, Danny.
Yeah. I got the Social Network commentary tracks. They're pretty good.
Yeah. You enjoyed it? So, all right. Let's get right into the movies then.
Yeah, let's start with the one. Do you want to start with what we both saw or what I saw?
Why don't we start with what you saw?
All right, so I saw 0 Dark 30, big Oscar contender. Everyone's upset about the use of torture in the movie too.
Wait. More important, how was the audience?
Oh, the audience. I'm trying to figure out which movie was which.
All right, let's set this up. When did you go? What time?
I went 11:50 in the morning to see it.
Wow, that's early. Where'd you
Yeah.
go? Saturday or Friday?
Saturday, and then I don't know. Both
Couldn't have
both,
been. It
both
couldn't-
instances. No, the first showing is the one I went to was 0 Dark 30, and the crowd was
It couldn't have been a big crowd, was
no,
it?
it was pretty crowded. It was more crowd than Gangster Squad. Yep, it was a smaller theater too.
Yeah.
But it was some guy next to me had his phone out at the really tense part where they're actually going in to get Bin Laden. He had his phone out for literally like 5 minutes, and I just see it out of the corner of my eye, just the light. So, yeah, it was a terrible audience.
Terrible?
The camera, the phones going off. Someone had a ringer
Constantly
going off in
ringing?
front of me.
Oh,
One
God.
ringer went off, and I couldn't tell if it was on the screen or there. And then I
Yeah.
realized it wasn't on the screen. I'm like, oh, this is
Fucking
terrible.
asshole.
So yeah, that's terrible. When someone's ringer goes off, and you're like, wait, is that on the TV? Oh wait, no, it's
Yeah,
in this audience.
that's got to be awful.
Yep.
I can't imagine what you.
But I was a little bored through part of it though, so I can kind of understand why people looked at their phones. See, my problem with this movie, it uses like if you know most of the story of the hunt for Bin Laden, it's not really that big of a surprise what went down, and the methods used to find Bin Laden, and there's a lot of terminology that I know because I know stuff about it. But like, do you know what the ISI is?
Yeah,
What's the ISI?
a group
What group? Group of what?
of people.
Yeah, in what country? What do they do?
I don't know who they are.
All right, yeah, they're Pakistani's intelligence service. So they mentioned the ISI, and like the ISI screwed one of the station chiefs in Pakistan, gave him bad intel, and he launched a drone strike that ended up killing some civilians. So he gets kicked out of thing, and then the lady says the ISI effed you. So that if you have no context what the ISI is, you don't know why he's getting screwed, but that doesn't really matter too much. So if you don't know these things, I wonder how you feel about the movie. And if you do know it, it's kind of like, all right, we're going through the motions of what happened. I mean, so for the first half of the movie, it's very slow. There's a lot of failures and dead ends in the hunt for Bin Laden, like in gathering intelligence and stuff. But there is a lot of torture scenes at the beginning, or enhanced interrogation, as the Bush administration would classify it. And those scenes are they're tough to watch.
No, like what happens in these scenes?
There's waterboarding takes place.
Isn't that just when they drop like water on your head?
No, it's when they smother your face with a
wet towel.
Yeah, with a towel, and then pour water over it to simulate you drowning. So that was tough to watch. And then they strip a guy naked and shove him into a box and just close him in the box. And there's sleep deprivation. They leave him in a room with loud metal music just playing constantly, and very things that are terrible to watch, and things that we know most likely happened, and in some cases did happen, like stripping guys naked and having them be all together, like that happened at Abu Ghraib in Iraq, and those pictures got out. And so we know those things probably happen in other situations too. And we know the CIA used black sites, like off sites, where they would have another government, like the Egyptians, take some of the terrorist suspects, and we would have the Egyptians interrogate them, and then we would get them after they've already been brutalized.
Right.
And we knew this was going on. So we knew those things happened. And a lot of senators are irate that this movie shows those things happening, but that's history of what it is. And they're also saying it's pro-torture in a way, and it's not really in the movie, because in the movie, these torture scenes, none of that information really leads to the capture of Osama bin Laden. It's all actual intelligence sifting through it and gathering the information. And this one lady's, the main character, Jessica Chastain, played by, her character's Maya, but the real person she's actually based on, they changed the name.
Yeah.
But like, it's all her understanding what is going on and changing the thought process of how we deal with the enemy. Because one person who ends up dying, she's trying to turn one of the Al Qaeda members over with like giving $25 million, but that's a mentality of like the Cold War. In the Cold War, we would, people would sell secrets from the Soviets to us. But since the people we're dealing with are so radical and ideologically, fervent in their thoughts, that no money's going to sway them. So this lady ends up dying in a suicide bombing.
Right.
And that really affects the Maya character.
Right.
But this just happens over a long period that seems longer than it really needs to be, to me,
What
at least.
do you mean over a longer period?
Like there's a lot of just like
The
people talking.
interrogation
Well, the
part?
interrogations are long, and those are sort of necessary to just show what one of the characters is going through.
Did they get any good intel from these interrogations?
No, they didn't. And even in the movie, they're talking about when they're initially going to put in the raid for bin Laden, and some of the people are like, well, I don't know, our intel puts it this, and some of this intel is from the like enhanced interrogation detainees, so we can only rely on it like 60%. And then like some of the other people are like, well, the intelligence we have is not from this, and we're like 90% sure this is where bin Laden is.
Yeah.
So like the intelligence that actually leads to the bin Laden is just from them tracking. All right, so all the guys we have in detention saying it's this one guy passing messages to us, Abu Ahmed. And so they end up looking at all these Ahmeds, and it's from a family, Saeed, that's one group of family that has like 8 kids, and like 3 of them went off to Afghanistan and fought in the war, and one's dead. So they think the guy who's passing the messages from bin Laden to all his surrogates, they think he's dead, but then like 7 years later, they end up finding out, oh wait, maybe this guy's alive, and they were just talking about another member of the Saeed group.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So like they end up tracking, finding where his mother is. So he would go out, talk to his mother, but he'd drive away from the compound where he's staying, where bin Laden was. So they ended up, tracking him by, pinpointing his cell phone calls. So then they found him, they got a picture of him, and then they had people out looking for him, so then they could track him back to the compound where he was staying.
Right.
So they did that just through, classic intelligence procedures, and that's basically how we found out bin Laden was there.
Yeah. So it had nothing to do with all this.
It had nothing to do with the torture, but that torture was necessary in the movie to just show
what actually happened.
Yeah, what actually happened and how it led to bin Laden. Like there was all this other stuff going on for because this is like 10 years until we found bin Laden, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like we need to know what was happening there. I just felt it was a little long in parts.
Yeah.
Just like all.
How long is the movie?
2.5 hours or something.
Yeah.
So, but the ending scene when they're going in to get bin Laden, that's all like it's just like tightly shot. They built the whole thing, and you're just like completely immersed in it. And like when they're going from room to room, and some guys will pull out guns and stuff. It's really tense and well done. And it's like it just
Did they actually show him getting shot and stuff? Or?
Yeah. Well, he gets like shot. Like he kind of pokes out a little bit, and then they end up shooting him. But it just shows like just how well trained these soldiers are going through and doing it. So in that way, it's very interesting to just see the way they outworked and operated, and it's very tense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, any firefights like that where it seems like very slow, you don't know what's going to happen. It's almost like a horror movie type setup.
I don't want to
jump
sound like
scares.
an idiot, but I might. What is exactly? Where'd they get the name of the movie from? Is that his address or whatever?
I think Zero Dark 30 is like, it's the time when the raid takes place. So Zero Dark I think means 12 midnight, and 30 is a half hour after Zero Dark.
So that's when the initial fight took.
Yeah, because 0 hours is midnight.
Yeah.
And then so 30 minutes after that, so it's midnight in the dark. 30 minutes,
Right.
whatever.
All right. Yeah.
But the call sign when they killed him is like "God bless America." No, God save the United States of America, Geronimo. We have a kill, Geronimo. Was like the call sign when they found out they killed him, and then she goes and like confirms it when they bring the body back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Wait. So, I mean, what did you think?
That last scene and stuff is very tense.
Like, how long would you say that last scene is? Is it like a half hour?
Yeah, it's like a half hour.
So, yeah.
So it's very well shot and done. It reminds me of Black Hawk Down.
How
a
did
little
they
bit.
do the now? Is this like found footage, like shake or?
No, it's a little bit of it is like with what do you call it, with
like the cameras on the people.
yeah. And I can't really remember because there's a couple times when they use like night vision and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever on anybody.
No.
So it's entirely just regular filming style.
Mm-hmm.
So it's filmed very well and stuff. And I do love the score too. The score was actually really good. Like it was like this sort of like mellow sounding thing almost, but then it incorporates some like Eastern style music and stuff. That was pretty interesting. But I don't know. When I first saw it, I just sort of felt like it doesn't really add anything that you didn't already know. I mean, there's a couple of really good scenes and stuff, and Jessica Chastain is really amazing in it. I mean, she deserves an Oscar for it because she's very good in it.
Well, yeah, but this kind of broke it down because, like, I mean, you knew about all this stuff, but you read this in like the paper or you heard it.
Or
so you mean basically you drew your own picture, and this is someone drew it for you, more or less.
Yeah.
But
I mean, everything in it is not true, but it's very close to fact based.
yeah.
But it just doesn't really. I don't think it really adds anything to the conversation or anything, and like it's not very involved in the character. I mean, the character is very just does her job like a military precision type job. I mean, she gets heated a couple times talking to people, but it's very much about being calm and just figuring out what's going on and being smart with how you figure it out. But I mean, it's really, I mean, the last 40 minutes, like I said, it's perfect almost. But, but just the build up to it is not really that interesting because there's no like insightful dialogue or anything. Like it's just.
So when it started, did they show like flashbacks of the World Trade Center happening?
No, which I thought they did something really good. For 9/11, they show happening. It just starts up. It says September 11, 2001, and then it's an entire black screen, and all you hear is like 911 calls and people talking about, "Oh my God, I can't get out of here. 911, help me! I think I'm gonna die." And like, it's just all this noise of bad things happening.
But
like,
it's just a total black screen.
Yeah, total black screen, which I thought was a better way of showing it because we've seen so much of the planes hitting the World Trade Center. This one just like based it more on like actual people dealing with it. So you're not immediately bombarded with images. You get to feel the fear in people's voices and stuff.
That go on for very long.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 minutes of that.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
So, but it like builds up. It starts off with like one 911 call, this, and then it noise, and then it just more and more noise.
Yeah.
Of just what's happening.
Right.
So I really like that. And then there's a lot of tense scenes in it, but a lot of it you know what's gonna happen because one scene is like a suicide bombing on Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, and like. It's in the news that this happened and 4 CIA people died, and there's no way they're gonna turn this guy over to our side, because that doesn't really happen that much in the war we're currently in. So it's
Right.
like, well, they're just gonna kill this character, and this character is gonna be on their own and finish the job. So you kind of ruins the tension in that scene a bit, at least for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you come into this movie having no knowledge of anything that happened except 9/11 happened, we killed Bin Laden,
Yeah.
there might be a lot of nice wrinkles or stuff you can figure out about.
But if you
the
followed it
search.
closely, you might be a little
Yeah,
disappointed.
yeah, is
That's
what I would think.
interesting.
But I mean, it's still a good movie. I'd give it a 5 out of 7 stars.
You would?
Yeah, but my expectations were so high just from the buzz around it.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of buzz around it. I mean, it's got like a 93 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's pretty high. And I mean, there is a lot, but you don't think the buzz is worth it? I mean, it's
No.
not, I mean, it's not all hyped up to what it's, is.
yeah, because it's not revelatory filmmaking. It's just
Yeah.
like it's like Argo. Argo is a really good movie, done really well, but it doesn't change filmmaking. It's just a thriller, and this is just a thriller too.
Yeah.
It doesn't expand genres or anything. So,
Mhm.
but it's really well done though.
So,
Yep. So I would recommend it.
You
I mean, It's
would.
good. Yeah, especially if you're at all interested in the military or the CIA.
now this was the same person did the Hurt Locker, right?
Yeah.
Now, you like that a lot more, though.
Yeah, I did, because that got into just the psychology of a bomb diffuser and like how addicting it can be almost.
Mhm.
So and it was shot real interestingly. Like it got right into the guy.
Yeah, because
diffusing things.
that had like some shaky cam in it.
Yeah, yeah, and
But
that
it's-
was also fictitious. So you didn't know what was going to happen to this particular character. So that might have helped it.
So so you knew the outcome more or less, or
Yeah, because it's so historical based, it kind of ruins the tension a little bit. Now, Argo is historical based, but for some reason, Argo has a lot more. It's also in the past.
Yeah.
Too. So
I mean, for you, I mean that's a lot longer ago.
Yeah. And like Argo is a lot more like it was kept under wraps longer.
Mhm.
This is like this happened 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
it's not like we've had a lot of time to think about it and what happened.
Mhm.
Like this is still so in our minds.
It's still fresh.
Yeah, and like Argo's 30, 40 years old. Was
I
it
don't know.
75? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what year. It was in the 70s.
So
I forget the exact year of Argo, but yeah, but it's still good.
you gave
Yeah.
it a 5.
Yeah.
Not bad. Good movie.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see it by yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gangster Squad.
Bam, bam, bam. Good lord. Good lord. I just think of the trailer I've seen so many times. So it's just like, good lord. Good lord. You can't shoot me. I'm a cop. Not anymore. Boom.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah. All right, Danny. Thanks for that.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. How was the audience, Danny?
This
So
was
you saw this right after Zero Dark 30?
No, actually, I went home and I was like, Nick, want to see Gangster Squad? And he's like, all right, let's go see Gangster Squad. So we ended up
let's
seeing
go.
it. We got a much bigger theater
Yeah.
at Foxborough,
What time did you go? Like afternoon now?
Yeah, it was 4:30, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it wasn't that crowded, too. Everyone was spaced out more. Except in front of us, there was this kid who was laughing at all these things that weren't really that funny.
Yeah.
but
Well,
he
I mean,
laughed
what was
long,
funny
too.
in the movie?
Like when there's that one scene where the guys are in a jail and they try to pull a car away
all right.
and the bumper
yeah,
falls
yeah,
off.
Yeah, all right. That was comedic.
The whole theater just erupted like uproariously, like it was from
Seriously?
Anchorman or something.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that happened.
Yeah, it was funny. I got a chuckle, but like,
I don't think anyone laughed in our theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
oh, no, everyone's like,
Really? God, that wasn't
Yeah.
that. I mean, it was.
It was funny,
but
yeah,
it
it was
wasn't
like a-
that.
it was like
I
a-
don't know if it deserved like a huge outroar of laughter.
Yeah, no,
But like, our theater was hardly like. So I went with Brad, and like he didn't want to see Zero Dark 30 because he's like more or less what you said.
yeah,
He's like, I felt this like just happened.
yeah,
I'm not gonna learn. I'm not gonna go see a movie that I just read about.
yeah,
basically. And so we ended up seeing Gangster Squad, and he liked it, and we had a good audience. I thought.
yeah. Except for these two guys in front of me, like it was like a guy and his father or something. and
Yeah.
they laughed at too many jokes. Like it
Really?
seemed like a comedy.
What
with
else
them.
did they? What else did they laugh?
I don't
at?
remember. It was just like dumb things.
I mean,
It's like, there's one-liners in the movie,
Yeah,
but
but
they're
like,
not really that
none
hilarious.
of them. Yeah, none of them stood out to me as like, oh, I gotta laugh out loud
Yeah.
for this. I gotta LOL this shit. But
Yep.
I don't know. So, what did you think of the movie?
All right. Well, should we go into what the movie is?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
We'll get
So
into it. It's a noir.
It's I guess
1949, wasn't it? I thought it was 49.
I forget. I don't know.
I think it was 49.
49, 50s.
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
L.A.
Mickey Cohen's in there.
Yeah.
He's
What did
the
you
Bang gangster?
What did you think of him?
I like Sean Penn's portrayal.
Yeah.
Like he was like a pit bull type character who's just like kind of like nuts a little bit, you know. He'd like lash out at people and just be like, Los Angeles is mine. A cop who can't get paid off is like a rabid dog. Sometimes you just gotta take it out back and put it down. Mickey Cohen.
All right, that's a pretty good impression of it.
Bada boom. I'm sorry, that's my
Why
accent.
don't you calm down?
All right.
All right. So, all right, continue.
Yep. So that's basically it. So the police commissioner gets this group together. It's like, you're good cops. I need you to take down Cohen off the books, though. No arrests.
Well, the
Just
commissioner
took
really
people out.
didn't get the group together. He found one cop that was willing to fight against Cohen,
Yeah.
and he told him to put together a
It's just
squad.
enemy occupation.
Yeah, put together a squad that would take out everyone else.
Yeah. So they enlist a group of
Yeah,
motley crew.
and I
of-
thought his wife had a good idea about her. Like originally, I don't even know his name. Do you know his name?
Josh Brolin's character.
Yeah.
John O'Mara.
John O'Mara. Originally, he was looking at like all like purple, Purple Heart guys, clean listed, whatever.
No
And
problems.
his wife said, most likely they're probably getting paid off by Mickey, which makes sense because he knew that they
Yeah.
would be lieutenants later on in life.
Yeah, like when they're talking about like Burbank police, like everyone there is crooked.
Yeah,
So like
that's kind of funny. There's a guy we're going back to Burbank again.
yeah.
I bet you they laughed out loud then.
They did. They did.
Fucking lost their
Oh
shit.
man, I don't want to go back to Burbank.
It's not been long enough.
Yeah.
And I can't believe. I mean, I was a little surprised I didn't see the setup kind of happening.
When the guy when Mickey Cohen found the
Yeah, he
Yeah.
laid it out so thick. Like I thought, but I guess being back then, pretty naive about like having the trend.
yeah, and well, John O'Mara is probably thinking something was up. That's why he had the character who ends up dying like wait back at the recording. It was like, oh, let us know if something else goes wrong.
Yeah. You think that's why he stayed?
Yeah.
I
'Cause
thought he just stayed just because he was worried about him dying because of
Yeah,
his son.
that too, but maybe he thought something fishy was going on too.
Yeah.
But
So.
yeah, but this movie, I thought it was okay. Like the gunfights, there's a lot of like just like bad CGI bullets, slow mo gunfights going on. Especially after seeing Dredd, this is like
There's
so
really
far
not. There's,
below Dredd.
there's not that many.
There's one big shootout where they're like Mickey Cohen and Josh Brolin are sitting across from each other and they're just like pumping at it through a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And like a Christmas bell blows up,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it was one of the balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that did not look as good as Dread.
Yeah, and then like the when the car chase is all just like it was a CGI car chase that you couldn't really tell the cars apart and stuff, and there's just dust everywhere, and like fake CGI dust. It just everything looked either too clean or too like purposely just muddied.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't really like that style of it, and they don't really get into the characters at all, really.
Really? I mean,
No.
they kind of do.
They got a little bit. I mean, everyone just comes off as like a generic person. Like, we got a good shooter here. That's his job. He's going to be a good shooter. We got one black cop who's got a knife. So that's how we remember who he is because he's got a knife.
Yeah.
And then we got Ryan Gosling who's like the seduced by the femme fatale almost. And then... almost, because she's not a true femme fatale, really.
Why not?
Because she doesn't, like seduce him and then lead him to ruin, really. She ends
Yeah.
up being the one to put away Cohen with her testimony.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, it just felt derivative of other works in that same gangster genre and stuff. So no characters were really different. I mean, I enjoy it because I just enjoy that time period and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it's good enough, but I mean, just like the gunfights, just they feel too fake. It feels very fake.
That last gunfight was a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Just the amount of bullets that were flying, the amount of people that got missed.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little ridiculous.
And then my brother also talked about, so if so Ryan Gosling and John O'Mara end up going into the building, but the other guys are still fighting outside. It's like, why don't those guys turn around and go kill those guys? Like, how'd they get in and not kill the guys that are on the right?
Yeah.
And I said, it's a movie. Who cares? Just
Right.
watch it. But
Right.
he was really put off by that.
Yeah.
He said it was boring too, which I wasn't really bored by it.
No, I wasn't bored by it either.
Because it's a very brisk pace of what is happening. Like they never like stop to really think about planning at all. They just kind of, all right, we'll do this next thing and this next thing. So that's a good part. So if it doesn't give you time to think about, oh, this is kind of stupid or this is dumb, you just kind of sort of sucked into it.
What do you think about the part when Mickey figures out who does it?
What do you mean?
Like,
that it's cops?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that makes sense. You know, the fact that they didn't steal anything would tip him off that they are cops, because who would do that but cops? But my brother also brought up one part. So he goes to get Mickey sends his goons out to get Emma Stone's character, but how does he know that John O'Mara is also part of the crew? And he ends up shooting down the his wife's house while she's in it.
Yeah. That is a good point.
Yeah, like that's a good point. But I said, I don't know. Cops tipped him off. He broke down his place at the beginning of the movie. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care too much to think about it, because who cares?
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like that would be an obvious next move. But if you really think about it, they didn't give, other than the fact that, like what you said, he was the original one to take down his like whorehouse or whatever.
Yeah. And then I didn't like how his wife gives birth in a bathtub.
No.
It's like, oh, she's going to be dead. And then, nope, baby's alive. Nothing bad happened. Like, there's not enough cost for the war.
Why? You wanted his wife to be dead?
Yeah, that makes more sense, because they're going to war. There has to be a cost in war. And the only character who dies is the one guy with the family. And like he gets killed, and then like the old guy gets killed, and his protege takes over.
You don't think that's the a good cost for the war?
No,
I mean, because originally he.
I mean, it's like I was really touched by the scene where the son starts breaking the bike, and then he's like, "Come here, it's not your fault," and he hugs him. Like that's touching to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was touching, but like when he told his wife when she's walking away, like he died for nothing if I don't go back and do this.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thought, but to me, that's enough to propel them into the final act, but it's not enough for the true cost of war.
You don't
going
think so?
to war. No, he glamorizes it too much.
I don't know. People died. How's that glamour?
Yeah, the two guys died, but nobody cares about those guys really.
No one cared about it. And that guy was the only one who had a family, man.
Well, yeah, okay.
I mean, the other guy, he was old.
Yeah,
he was going to die soon anyways.
Yeah, but we don't know that guy's family.
No.
We don't get into him at all, so it's just
we do
like,
briefly. Like, we see the scene when he's building that fucking phone,
yeah,
whatever.
It's like, your dad's a genius. Tell your mom.
Yeah. I mean, that whole system, that's pretty damn clever.
Yeah.
Originally, like every phone call has to go through his bedding area, and he gets to take a skim off the top.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it is, you have to be kind of impressed of these mobsters a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they weren't.
They got money. They got money.
Yeah, but they weren't. They weren't stupid guys. They knew.
Well, he kind of was stupid, because he's like trying to kill everyone. He's like, tell the Chicago mob, get out of here.
Yeah, but that's just the hunt for power right there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I really thought like the whole laundry scene on Mickey Rourke's side was pretty stupid.
Mickey Cohen,
whatever.
Mickey Rourke, the actor Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, I thought that wasn't done the best.
What was the laundry scene?
When he blew up the laundry truck.
Oh, in Chinatown, when I think it's a drug deal.
Yeah. I don't think that went, well. I thought
that was really ugly, like shootout, and like it was just like it didn't look cool, and it was just.
No, I mean it was ugly, but like I don't know. I thought it was gonna go down differently. I guess.
Yeah.
I expected more people to die.
Well, they did end up reshooting some scenes in the movie.
They did.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the Aurora shooting. Like one of the things happened in the movie theater. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll see the other cut what it was gonna be, but
yeah. So.
I don't know if you like these kind of movies. You might go see it.
What would you say is another movie like this?
Like LA Confidential or LA Confidential is the closest one because there's a big shootout in LA Confidential that's pretty awesome. But what else is like this? I mean, Black Dahlia murder is a little like this. I mean, it's the same era noir type thing, and it's a modern day take. It's kind of this movie's kind of very close to that, where it's not amazing. Like LA Confidential is amazing,
yeah,
but this is more in line with like the Black Dahlia murder. There's two movies. There's Black Dahlia, and then there's Black Dahlia Murder. I forget whichever one has Josh Hartnett. That's the one this is closer to, and it's also closer to The Untouchables. Like it's the same basic thing, you know. Like the city is under siege. We've got to fight back against it. Like Kevin Costner gets his people together and whatever. So it follows that track of like that's the problem really. It's too close to The Untouchables and like LA Confidential.
Yeah. I mean, so you're saying it like it wasn't really new?
Yeah. It wasn't really that original or
no. Well, I don't
breaks new ground.
I agree. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, which I thought it was going to be a little bit more like just between the trailer and
I don't know. The trailers I saw, it's just that there's just a weird sheen to the whole movie that I knew I wasn't gonna love it, but I was just hoping it would be an enjoyable, use of my time. And I don't really have complaints that I saw it because it was interesting enough, but it wasn't amazing. So number time. You ready? You ready to talk about the numbers?
I'm gonna give it a 5.
5 out of 7. Okay, I'm going. I was talking with Nick, and I was kind of thinking like 3.5.
But that's pretty low.
I'll go 4 out of 7.
4 out of 7.
Yeah, I don't like the 7-star scale. I'm just throwing that out there. It's a 3 out of 5, but I'm going 4 out of 7.
You say that all the time.
So I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, a 4 is good. I mean, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a 4.
Mediocre.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. What I give The Promised Land? Do you remember that?
The Promised Land?
Yeah, Promised Land.
I don't remember. I didn't write that down.
Oh,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can't go back changing answers.
No, I'll give it a 4.
You think it was better than Promised Land?
Yeah. Promised Land isn't really that. Promised Land suffers from the same problems where it's not that original and the characters aren't that original either. So
yeah, but like Gangster Squad's got the noir of it.
Yeah. Gangster Squad's got cool suits and stuff.
Yeah.
And Ryan Gosling. So there you go.
Yeah. Fucking Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is almost a solid.
Yeah. Oh, the cast is really great in this movie.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You don't particularly care for Emma Stone too much.
Yeah, I do. I like Emma Stone. I just thought she was miscast in this movie.
Oh, I thought you didn't like her.
No. We've been over this before. We went over this last time.
We did?
Like all the movies that like Emma Stone in. You want to hear them all? Zombieland, she's good in. Superbad, she's good in. I like her in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I like her in Crazy Stupid Love, which isn't as bad as you think it would be, being a romantic comedy, but it's actually pretty good and has this great way that these 3 or 4 different storylines come together at the end of Crazy Stupid Love, which is pretty enjoyable. So I like Emma Stone. There you go.
Come down to it, you like.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
What's our time? How are we doing?
We're at 43.
43 minutes. All right. We could talk about Young Justice if you want.
All right.
Young Justice came back. Nick doesn't like it anymore.
Why not? What would they change?
I don't know. He just says it's not as good anymore. I don't know.
How many episodes have there been?
I don't know. It just came back 2 episodes since their other hiatus they had, so another month. But in this episode, pretty much this alien comes to Earth to fight the greatest threat on Earth. So this robot locks them into pitch combat, and it's just one-on-one battle going down with this character, I forget who he is, just like fighting various members of the Justice League. And then like the Reach is showing up with this alien race is secretly invading Earth, and they're now out in the open, and and they end up, like helping them defeat this bad thing, so get everyone on their side. And then like, oh, the Justice League also has this satellite orbiting the Earth that's secret that none of you know about. And then like guy from the UN's like, what? You have a satellite? You're spying on us? And then so people are starting not to trust the Justice League anymore.
Really?
So yeah. So giving these Reach aliens a foothold on Earth, and they can't really do anything about it. And also right now, all the big A-lists in the Justice League are now off-world, trying to make up for a missing 6-week period where they were where the bad guys, the Light, Lex Luthor, and all his cronies like implanted their minds and like sent them off-world to go raid places. So now they're on like a galactic most wanted list. So they're trying to clear the names. So like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, they're all off-world.
Oh, really?
Martian Manhunter, yeah. So they're not there. So it's all like these like kids pretty much taking over. Nightwing's pretty much in charge now.
Yeah, that's how I thought all the episodes were. It was like
it's all the kids, but we still know that the regular Justice League's out there taking care of the big problems, and they're just doing the covert missions. And now they've got to take a more active role. They also did like a 5-year time skip, so everyone's older now. So it's Nightwing in charge, and then like the new Robin is like running covert missions and stuff, and they've got younger heroes doing those covert missions while Nightwing and Superboy are like doing the regular missions. Yep.
So you're enjoying it though?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, it's just like,
do you think it's as good as what it,
I like some of the other stuff more because it felt more contained. Like it was small stories about these characters interacting, but when they did the new season, the 5-year jump, they just blew the whole thing up, and now it's like a global intergalactic thing going on.
They've jumped before, haven't they?
No, they didn't do any time jumps before.
No.
It's just at the end of the first season they did a 5-year time jump, and now we're just dealing with all this stuff. So, and then they've also, there's Bart Allen came back from the future, and now they're dealing with him telling Blue Beetle about how he's going to be this bad guy and end up giving the Earth over to the Reach and enslaving the world in the future.
I should get back into it because I watched it like a few episodes a little while ago, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good. Just like it showcases superheroes really well.
I keep thinking, I really want to get back to watching
Green Lantern.
No,
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Last Airbender, the original series.
Yeah, like I watched 4 or 5 episodes of that. I'm like, this is really good, and I just haven't gotten back around.
Yeah, to it. Well, at least those are like half-hour episodes, so it's much easier to catch up with.
Yeah. It is so much easier because they're half hour on TV, so they're like what 25 minutes.
22 minutes,
something like
usually.
that.
Yeah.
So you can burn through a couple of those.
Yeah, that's why I got through a season of New Girl in a week.
Yeah.
As opposed to Smallville, it's taking me like, I'd use an entire weekend just on a season.
Yeah.
Because 22 episodes in an hour, that's like 50 minutes. Yep. But I'm really enjoying Young Justice. It's probably gonna be the last season too, because I guess the toys didn't sell well or whatever. So they're launching new series. I kind of
hate that like toys is like such a selling force behind cartoons today.
Yeah, that's why they ended Thundercats too. Because
that was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah. And like it's a complete relaunch of Thundercats, and I mean the ratings weren't that bad for Thundercats on Cartoon Network, but it just didn't sell enough toys.
Yeah, it's just gotta tell like your friends, man, go get your toys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to buy crappy
action
figures.
You don't have any Young Justice action figures, do you?
They don't really have that many. Those are like toy action figures, not like collectible action figures.
Oh, so that's your problem.
Yeah,
they're not high class enough for you, Danny.
They look kind of crappy.
They wouldn't fit in on the shelf.
Yeah, they're crappy. They're crappy quality and compared to like collectible toys. Like my awesome Azrael action figure from Batman Arkham City series. What is awesome.
Which one is that?
Azrael, he's like he's got a hood and he's got this huge sword. He's kind of like just sort of appears in it real quick. Cameo.
So What are you thinking about Green Lantern's coming back? You said, right?
Yeah, I didn't see the most recent episode, but they did like a steampunk alternate reality.
Oh, really?
Green Lantern recently. That was pretty fun.
I don't know how I feel about the show.
Well, the animation quality is definitely improving.
Not the
Green Lantern. You're talking about?
Oh, I was talking. Did I say Green Lantern?
Yeah,
I meant Green Arrow.
Oh, you mean Arrow?
Yeah, just Arrow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, now you're confusing me.
I know.
Yeah, which comes back this Wednesday. So when this episode comes out,
it should be new Arrow.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do you think? I mean, I know you like it, but like, I don't know. Like, I watch it every now and then. Like, I sat down and watched. I think I watched 2 episodes, maybe 3 in a row, and I'm like, it's better, I guess, when you watch them multiple in a row. But when you go, I don't know, week by week, I'm like, eh.
Well, I mean, for me, I get a real kick out of seeing all the comic characters that they're throwing in there. And that's really interesting. And I kind of like some of the characters that are just sort of just in the show, like the stepfather is real interesting and stuff. And the episode before the mid-season break that we found out who was sort of the big bad for the season kind of he was revealed. So
who was it?
It was Tommy Merlin's father was like this dark archer. We found out who's like, who's like blaming.
Yep. I did see that one. Yep.
All right, then you are caught up then.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because like I have
that was the latest episode.
That was the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm caught up then. Because like I have like episodes.
Like he makes a comment like, this Green Arrow guy that's coming around, and then like
I don't like him like as like the Dark Arrow or whatever would you call him, Dark Arrow?
Yeah, Dark Archer.
Dark Archer. I didn't like because like he looks too young to be Tommy's father.
Yeah, he does. Too good looking.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Like
no, I'm just kidding.
He should. I feel like he should be a lot older, and then like
he
should be older to be because Tommy. I mean, Tommy looks like he's almost 30.
He. I think he's supposed to be like 30,
and his father looks like maybe fucking 40.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, yeah.
He looks he looks like late 30s, early 40s.
That's a CW problem. Everyone's got to look good on CW apparently.
Yeah, but then like he's fighting Arrow, and he's like having a hard time fighting, and like he shouldn't because
Yeah, well, I think they're supposed to be like Oliver's supposed to be like 25.
Yeah,
and then Thea, his sister, is supposed to be what, like sophomore maybe in high school.
I thought she was at least like a junior.
Maybe junior.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, probably. She looks way older anyway.
Yeah. I think she's 21 or something.
Looks like she's been beat around the bush a little bit.
Whoa. I don't know what you're implying there.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. But, I mean, I do have a problem. Some of the villains seem sort of throwaway a bit. Like Deadshot was in one episode, then he's gone. There's no real, like, full-out narrative.
Yeah, Deadshot was pretty good. They should have kept him.
He was one of my favorite.
For a couple episodes.
Yeah. I hope he's not dead.
You think they'll come back?
I hope he comes back.
They keep, I don't know, it seems like they keep falling back on the Triad.
Well, that's supposed to be one of the main bad guys in it.
And I'm still like not even fully sure who is it, like that woman who runs the Triad. Is she like the leader of the Triad?
No, she's not the leader. She's more like a enforcer. So I don't. And then like Deathstroke's in the flashbacks, and we don't really know how that ties into the.
Is that the guy who trains him?
No.
Oh, that's the guy with the black
mask,
black and yellow mask.
Yeah, so like we saw in the first episode, his like mask was on a spike on the beach. So is he alive? Is he dead? Does he come back later? They actually announced the character the actor who was playing Deathstroke, because for a while now it's just been a guy in a mask, so it could be anybody. But they have an actual actor in mind, so we'll see how that is.
Do you think so? You mean like this is getting crazy viewers for fucking CW, isn't it?
Not crazy, but it's doing pretty well for the CW.
Bang myself with my mic.
Yeah, I mean it's doing well.
I mean they're definitely not going to cancel it.
No, probably not.
No.
So, I mean I feel like you need to give a show really after the first season and then come back for the second one, and they heard like complaints and stuff, and then they can fix stuff. Then we can really judge how well the show is.
So it's coming up on its second season.
Well, we're halfway through the first.
So you think they'll change it up a little bit, or not yet?
Yeah, they're gonna finish this story and then maybe incorporate another type villain. I don't know who the villain could be.
I don't think they got like in my mind. They don't get like what's the name of the town, the city.
Starling City.
Yeah, I don't think they got like that outlined very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, they don't really. It just feels like a nondescript city.
Yeah. I feel like
they're also filming in Vancouver, and it's supposed to be doubling for like a more United States metropolis type thing.
Yeah. Excuse me.
They are poaching a lot from Batman too, because most of the villains who have been in it so far are Batman villains.
Mm-hmm.
Like Huntress, the girl who showed up, she's from Batman.
Yeah. Was that in the last episode?
No, that was the one before the last. It was a 2-parter.
Yeah. So like, what happened? Like,
she just drove off.
That's it.
Yeah.
You think she'll be back?
Yeah, I know she'll be back. Definitely.
What did you think? I mean, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked her.
I thought that was good.
Yeah. I like that she left and will most likely come back.
Yeah.
I think she's going to come back and be like, hey, I found this dude Batman over here. Look, it's Batman. And then Batman shows up.
You think so?
Maybe three seasons from now.
I think you're hoping too much.
Yeah. And, we could get Batman maybe.
Who do you think would play it?
I don't know. I don't think they'd have...
I don't think they could pull down anyone big.
No, probably not. But, I mean, I don't think they'd need anyone... out of the mask.
You think if Batman shows up, it's gonna be like the Dark Knight I'm Batman.
Batman.
Do the deep voice and everything.
You're right. It probably won't be Batman. I'm gonna hope for Nightwing.
Yeah,
that's probably I mean, you could get a good looking fella come in and play Nightwing. You know.
So speaking about comic books and like TV series, what do you think about this Y the Last Man stuff?
The possible movie, directed by Dan Trachtenberg, I think is the guy they picked.
What do you know about him?
He did a Portal movie, like a fan movie, and then he's
like Off the Game.
Yeah, Off the Game.
Have
Portal.
You seen anything of it?
No, I didn't watch it all. I don't like fan films.
Yeah, they look so.
It's so cheap. They're done cheap. He's directed a lot of commercials too, so there's that. Yeah. So he could be interesting. I think it works better as a TV series though, and I think it would actually it's doable budget wise as a TV series. Y the Last Man, but we'll see. I mean, they had a director before, DJ Caruso, who did like Suburbia. They had him lined up, and he kind of just backed away from the project. So well, we'll see until they start filming if it's actually going to come out.
Yeah.
But speaking of something we both like, Saga, Brian K. Vaughan wrote a pilot script for the series Under the Dome that was originally going to be under Showtime. That's based on the Stephen King book Under the Dome, where like a dome appears over a city and no one can leave it, like in the Simpsons movie. And they announced that's going to be showing up on CBS this summer, June 24th, as a series. Yep. With Spielberg producing too.
Oh, really?
Yep. And one of the showrunners is Brian K. Vaughan, so he's going to be one of the showrunners, along with I think an ex-Lost guy. Mm-hmm. And then some of the episodes are going to be directed by Jack Bender, who directed a lot of Lost episodes too. And Brian K. Vaughan actually used to write on Lost too for a couple seasons. So that could be really good.
What do you know about this? Like plot-wise?
Pretty much that a dome appears and people are like cut off and they can't go in and out.
So this is all original, more or less?
No, it's a Stephen King book, Under the Dome.
I mean, is it based upon events of the book, or they're just going with that idea?
No, it's based upon the events of the book, I think.
Did you read it? Like, I don't
know
much.
It's huge. I've never actually finished a Stephen King book. Yeah,
they're like fucking like 1,000 pages or something.
Yeah, a couple of his, especially recently, he's gotten a lot bigger. Yeah. Like his early stuff isn't as long.
So when's this coming on? This summer?
Yep, June 24th is the first episode. And
is there when do you think trailers are gonna show up for it?
There's gonna be a TV spot during the Super Bowl.
Oh, for it?
Yeah. Because I think CBS has a Super Bowl this year, so they're gonna be pushing that because they're hoping it's 13 episodes. They're hoping it's gonna be like their summer event series that they're gonna keep doing.
That's it. Just 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they go on the cable model.
I don't like that.
No, I love 13 episodes.
You do?
Yeah,
Why?
hour long, 13 episodes. Because you can crystallize what your arc's going to be for the season. There's no baggage involved in the episodes.
There's no bullshit.
Yeah. And they've compared it a lot to Walking Dead, though, how it's going to be like apocalyptic almost, because you know that people are going to be cut off, so they're going to go a little
So are they
crazy.
just trying to capture, like, who does Revolution? Is that CBS?
No, that's NBC.
Are they, like, that's apocalyptic. I mean,
Yeah.
What the fuck? How do you say it?
Apocalyptic.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that.
High concept sci-fi
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You think they're trying to capture that?
Yeah.
Market? That
Oh,
market?
definitely.
I mean,
The
you got-
Walking Dead is the
yeah.
highest rated show on TV.
Right.
Well, drama on TV right now. And then Revolution did very well for NBC, so
I gotta catch up. I'm behind a few episodes of that.
I'm way behind on that.
Why don't you catch up on that?
Yeah. No,
Did you? Because like
I'm just
you
gonna
didn't
show up when it comes back. I'm just gonna watch.
because you didn't like it as much as the Submarine movie, whatever.
Yeah. Last Resort, which I'm way behind on that too.
Yeah. Well, that's gone. So there's no.
I heard it was getting canceled. Yeah, so it kind of ruins your incentive to like.
I'll give it a. Why try?
Yeah. But no, Revolution, I was just going to come back when it comes back with the second half of the season. Be like, all right, what'd I miss?
Mm-hmm.
It's simple enough where I think I can understand what's
Just
going
slip
on.
right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to get
So might
too
do
greased
that.
up for it.
No. Greased up like a pig.
You know, maybe just glance over a Wikipedia page of what happened. So, all right.
Oh, one other thing I want to talk about is
It's too much.
I've been seeing
It's too much, Danny.
what happened recently was the Television Critics Association has their TCA panels earlier, so there's a lot of news coming out from that.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been talking up A&E has a sort of prequel series to Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, called Bates Motel,
Mm-hmm.
which is coming out March 31st, and it looks pretty interesting. It's a prequel to Psycho, but set in the I believe the 80s or modern day or something like that, and it's just about how Norman Bates becomes a psycho and like how his mother leads him to that, and it actually looks pretty interesting. And it's got Carlton Cuse, one of the
On A&E though.
well, Carlton Cuse is one of the showrunners on Lost, and I think everyone's sort of trying to capitalize on this growing cable market, like shows like FX and AMC have. So people are trying to get a piece of that pie. So
Hey, just to hit on it quick, not that we need.
Yeah.
Did you have any good trailers?
trailers came out.
I mean, because like all the trailers I saw, I didn't like see before.
I saw
They
the
look
movie The Call, which looks kind of stupid.
I saw that one.
It was Halle
I
Berry.
was so surprised. Did you see like it had WWE? In
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I'm like, oh, where's the wrestler? Where's the wrestler?
I saw another, the one that's not Broken City. I forget what it is. It's the one with Colin Farrell from the director of the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
I think that one's WWE.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Entertainment
weird.
again. Yeah, they're
It's
usually
trying to expand, I guess.
Yeah,
Right? Because like I mean,
well, the Marine did sort of well for them, I think.
yeah, but see, like that makes sense. You know, WWE produced it, had what's his name in
John
it.
Cena.
Yeah,
yeah.
And so like this year, I'm watching The Call. I expect either the killer to be some type of wrestler.
He
I didn't.
might be. Who knows?
But
Could be.
that guy didn't look fucking jacked at all.
You couldn't see. You could only see his face where he's like,
Yeah,
yes,
I
I've
guess.
already made my choice.
And
blah,
what's
blah,
up
blah."
with like there's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie coming out,
Oh,
the sheriff or whatever.
Yeah, and then bullet to the head.
Yes,
the
that's
sly-
what is this with
Yeah.
the old guys?
I was like, is it the 80s again?
I know.
Because I had saw bullet to the head, and then The Last Stand or whatever was right after. I was
Yeah.
like, great. The same movie, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Old guys killing people. Except bullet to the head seemed weirder because like Stallone was like walking around, and he's got way more talking parts than I'm used to.
I know. I like the one part that was funny when he throws down the axe. He's like, "What do we? What do you say?
What is this? A samurai movie or
no,
something?
no,
Or-
no.
I forget.
Fuck.
Yeah. And then the guy like runs around ready
Yeah,
to kick him.
yeah,
I forget the
yeah.
line though.
I don't know either." So, all right. On
But-
that note,
Yeah. Those are the movies to look forward.
not to look forward.
What's the next movie we're gonna see though? Probably.
I still like to see Zero Dark 30.
Okay. I maybe want to see Jack Reacher. I don't know.
Yeah, that's still playing.
And then Mama is the next one.
You wanna see that?
I want to see. Yeah.
I think I can get Kristen to see that because it's scary.
Yeah.
Because she likes that shit.
Yeah.
My stepmom and my dad were impressed me because they really loved Lincoln quite a bit.
Really?
I was surprised.
I am surprised too.
Yeah.
You know, I like Lincoln.
I never ended up seeing it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try catching
Wait for it to be on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
All right. So you can check out more of this on youtube.com/addictpodcast.
You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/addictpodcast.
You can rate and review us on iTunes.
You can follow us on Twitter at Addict Podcast. I don't recommend you do that because that never gets updated.
No.
And you can also email us at addictpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yep. So, all right. See ya.